Sup? I'm Penmixia. I'm usually an Ace Combat guy, but I have some thoughts about the Star Fox remake. They're similar enough, right? So I can't help but wonder who this game is really for. I mean, obviously Star Fox fans, but we've been neglected for so long, I don't know that we really matter to Nintendo. This is an extremely faithful remake. It's literally the same game as Star Fox 64, mechanics and everything, with some extra stuff on top. This is literally, it ain't broke, so we didn't fix it, but we did add some RGB lights, a turbo, and surround sound. So this remake is fantastic. Star Fox 64 was always a great game, and now here it is again, with a fresh coat of paint. 10 out of 10, I can't really complain about anything besides the fact that it's literally the same game we got almost 30 years ago. But why make this now? Is Nintendo just on a 10-year cadence of remaking Star Fox, or is there a bigger plan here? It seems to me that having made multiple flops with this IP, Nintendo is aiming to capture a new audience. Much like how Star Fox 64 was a hugely influential game in my childhood, alongside Ocarina of Time, Mario Kart 64, etc., etc. Perhaps Star Fox 2026 can be an influential game for a kid now. It's kid-friendly enough without feeling like a kid's game. However, I also realize that an on-rail shooter might have niche appeal. Maybe it doesn't have the right sauce for all the iPad babies out there. But then again, how many of these games do we get nowadays? Outside of indies looking to old-school Star Fox for inspiration, or straight up copying it, who's making on-rail shooters with AAA budgets and marketing? I can't think of any. Maybe the genre is new and fresh again. Part of why I think this remake/reboot is intended to attract a new generation of gamers are the new cutscenes in between missions. Besides a graphical facelift and new multiplayer, this is the other major addition to the game over the original, and it adds a whole new characterization to Team Star Fox. I mean, they're still roughly the same personalities, but the way they're presented is different. Slippy and Peppy are mostly the same as they were, they just feel a little more serious. Falco and Fox are where it gets interesting. Fox has gone full mercenary, like he doesn't really have a sense of duty to the Lilat system, he's more concerned with his team and being a leader. Falco is just a dick.
We can handle ourselves in a combat zone, General.
Some of us better than others.
This is the toughest job we've taken yet. We're going to have to start working like a team. A real team.
Last I checked, a real team needs a real leader.
These two do have a character arc as the campaign progresses, and by the end, they've changed. This is way more character growth than I've seen in previous Star Fox games, which is pretty much not at all. There are also many more references to lore outside of the game, which is great for world building and making other characters feel more relevant.
My old crew would have loved this.
They didn't teach us how to do this at the Academy.
To be fair, you missed a lot of classes.
Like, now I have a reason to be excited for Bill showing up, besides him being a Giga Chad. Also, don't ask me about Star Fox lore, I don't actually know a lot of it, and there are way better people for that. This investment in the characters makes me want to believe that this is just the beginning of a new era for Star Fox. Here we are, with all the characters set up, relationships defined, lore established, and on top of all that, there's a pretty fun multiplayer foundation that could absolutely be expanded on later. I sincerely hope that a new, interesting sequel comes out of this. If we take a second to just glance at the review scores, Star Fox is pretty solid, it's doing well, so I expect a sequel eventually. But this is Nintendo we're talking about, and God knows what's going to happen. Since Star Fox wasn't developed internally by Nintendo, but by Velan Studios. Hello, who the hell are you guys? I have a faint glimmer of hope that any sequel we get is actually good, and not a dumpster fire like, say, Star Fox Zero. Anyway, great game. It's a fun time for short bursts. I hope people give this a shot. And if you gave me a shot by watching this far, thanks. You're very cool, very smart, and probably incredibly handsome, obviously. Do a subscribble, and tell me what your hopes and dreams for Star Fox are. Do they include Crystal? Because mine do, for reasons that I don't have to explain. Bye-bye.